experience, we have, by analyzing malware, you can see that DNS is always used. Not always, but in majority of cases, malware rely on DNS in some phase of your life cycle. And why is that? Because DNS is not filtered, usually it's not filtered in networks. It's more or less not covered by firewalls and so on. And it's very easy way to do this, easy way to provide the compromise code to find the command and control infrastructure. So that's the reason for looking at DNS. Another thing is that DNS, the sheer volume of the DNS traffic is much smaller than the volume of, for example, of UDP and TCP traffic. So it's very convenient for doing the DNS analysis.
Is it right to say that you did not use DNS, UDP DNS, because for the command and control you do need ARC and C-MRiC for that to work, whereas UDP DNS is just a one-way type communication? As in, what was their consideration for excluding UDP DNS?
The main consideration is that when you look at DNS traffic from the perspective of UDP, what would you see? You would see basically a very short conversations, UDP conversations that consist of a small amount of packets one and the other way, which means that these kind of UDP conversations are more or less the same for both malicious and non-malicious traffic. So in that case, they will just introduce noise within classifying UDP traffic.
I have one for Dr. Ali. The utilities, energy, gas, they rely on the SCADA network predominantly, and it's an aging network. Wasn't designed for the internet, and now you have supply chain. So this person talked this and that. What's the experience carrying out your work in terms of how susceptible to internet threats, to SCADA networks?
With the internet, the vulnerabilities are always too much. So generally speaking, our experience says that the Stuxnet, we all know about that, what happened with Iran. So yes, the vulnerabilities are there, so we need to be more careful with them. Yes. Considering the Stuxnet example, so we need to be more careful, otherwise, because Stuxnet could have caused real damage if that temperature would have gone to a certain extent. So yes, the vulnerabilities are there, but again, talking about the threats, yes, I agree.
Thank you guys, thank you very much. Talking about